Chapter 52 The Flock. Brightbill slowly waddled into the nest. He had a confused look on his face. "Mamma, the other goslings said we have to leave the island soon, and we won't return for months and months. Is that true?" "That is true," said Roz. "You know that geese migrate south for the winter." "Will you migrate with us?" asked Brightbill. "I cannot fly or swim, so I will spend the winter here on the island." "Can I stay with you?" "I do not think that is a good idea. I think you should migrate with the flock." "Well, how long will the migration take?" said Brightbill. "Where will we fly, and when will we come home?" "I do not know," said Roz. "Let us go ask the others." And so the robot and the gosling walked around to the pond where Loudwing and her friends were chatting. "Hello, everyone. Brightbill has some questions about the flock's upcoming winter migration." "And we'd be happy to answer them," said Loudwing. "What would you like to know, little one?" "Well, how long will the migration take?" said Brightbill. "Where will we fly, and when will we come home?" "It'll take us a couple of weeks to fly south," said Loudwing, "depending on the weather. We'll join the other flocks at a beautiful lake in the middle of a great sprawling field," said another goose. "And we'll come back to the island after 4 or 5 months," said someone else, "depending on the weather." As they walked back to the nest, Brightbill said to his mother, "Lately I've been feeling this strong urge to fly, not just around the pond or the island, but to go on a long flight, a journey." "Those are your instincts," said Robot. "All animals have instincts. They help you survive." "Do you have instincts?" "I do have instincts. They help me survive also." "Well, my instincts are definitely telling me to fly south for the winter," said Brightbill. "I just wish you could join us. I'm going to worry about you while I'm away." "Do not worry. I'll be fine," said Roz. "How bad could winter be?" I don't know. Chapter 53 The Migration. It was the night before the migration, and Brightbill was sleeping fitfully. Roz watched him toss and turn until he finally crawled up into her arms, and she rocked him to sleep just like the old days. Early the next morning Brightbill waddled outside and looked at the pond. The water was perfectly still. A few lazy clouds drifted above. Geese were already gathering by the beach, and then tiny claws scampered down from the treetops. "So today's the day, huh?" said Chit Chat, perched on a branch. "You're going to see so many new things and meet so many new animals, and if there are any squirrels at your wintering grounds, please tell them Chit Chat says hello." "Today's the day," said Brightbill. "The flock will be leaving soon. Are you excited, nervous, or scared?" "I'm all of those things." The squirrel whispered, "Well, don't worry about your mother. I'll look after her so you know she'll be perfectly fine." Brightbill smiled. "I'm afraid it's time to go," said Roz as she stepped out of the nest. "Okay, Mama. See you in the spring, Chit Chat." "Have a nice migration, Brightbill." The squirrel scampered back into the treetops. "Come home with lots of exciting stories, but not too exciting because I don't want anything scary to happen to you while you're gone. Goodbye." The geese were honking with excitement and hustling around as they made their final preparations. Several of the fathers huddled together discussing their flight plans, while the mothers took a head count. "There you are, Brightbill," Loudwing honked from the middle of the crowd. "We're just about to begin." "May I have your attention, please?" said the biggest goose. "As you may know, my name is Longneck, and I'll be leading this year's migration. I'm asking everyone to please join your families for takeoff. Once we're all airborne, each family will take its position in our V formation, and we'll start the first leg of our journey. Are there any questions?" "I have a question," came a booming voice. "My son will not have any family with him. Where does he fit into the formation?" Everyone turned to Longneck. "He can fly with me," said the big goose. "I hear Brightbill is a very clever flyer. I could use his help at the point." A moment later, so he gets to fly, at the point of the V, at the beginning. It's kind of cool. A moment later the geese began flapping and honking and making their way into the air. A cloud of feathers floated down around the robot and her son. "You're not a gosling any more," said Roz. "I am proud of the fine young goose you have become." Brightbill fluttered up to his mother's shoulder. "Thanks, Mamma." The young goose wiped his eyes. "Is this where we say good-bye?" "This is where we say good-bye for now. Spring will soon be here, and we will be together again." "I'm going to miss you," said Brightbill as he nuzzled his mother. "I am going to miss you too," she said, as she nuzzled her son. The goose took a deep breath. He shook his tail feathers, flapped his wings, and joined the flock. At first the geese flew in a disorganized jumble, but then each goose slowly drifted into position until the flock formed a wobbly V, and at the lead was Longneck, and behind his left wing was Brightbill. They circled in the sky until the V pointed south, and then the geese began their long migration. Roz climbed to the top of a tree and watched as the flock slowly faded into the horizon. Really cool picture. There's Roz in the tree, watching them go. Next chapter is the winter.